Welcome back to Real Talk and Interviews podcast. Today I have my husband with me, and we'll be talking about the truth about Halloween. I guess I'll get started.
Okay.
Halloween, Satan's holiday.
It's Satan. It is Satan's holiday.
The devil's holiday. If Halloween is good, or if anything is good, why would you incorporate or add anything that is evil to it? Right? Like if anything's good, why add any evil to it?
Right.
For Halloween, I would say the reason is deception. Right?
Well, Halloween is designed. First, let me try to explain to you or explain to everyone where Halloween even came from, because most people don't even know where it came from. Halloween actually was a holy day a long time ago. It was a celebration that Christians used to celebrate around in the October sometime. But over time, as time came, evil kind of took over, because that's what evil always do throughout history, is things that have started good and they end up for bad. Because that's what, the Bible tells. The devil, he comes here to kill, steal, and destroy. So stealing, okay? Everything about United States has been stolen, okay? Like, everything they do is, like, you even see it today, like, you can see it in every type of way. Like, you know how, like, we was talking about, like, the whole braiding the black hair, like, our Kardashians try to steal,
right.
It's this ongoing stealing that evil has been doing for ages. United States was stolen. It's just so much history, like, but everything tied up to I guess with everything really. but we're talking about Halloween, so I'm gonna try to stay focused on Halloween. But it used to be a holy day, and it was taken away. It's just like Christianity, when we was just talking about Christianity. Christianity started off good when the 12 disciples, when they started off, it was good. But as time went on and many centuries and went by, it turned, like, now you have this modern day Christianity, which is no good.
Right.
So the evil people kind of took over it. They took control over it, and now they run it the way they want to run it.
Right.
So it's the same thing with Halloween. Halloween was a holy day, but they transformed it into what it is today. And it's Satan's version of it.
Right.
Instead of they're going out and being, you do something good for your neighbors, which what it started out. Now is you dress up in a Halloween costume and you act evil on this day. So basically what it is you put on this costume, okay? And usually, like, what it started off as, you put on, like in a more earlier days, like back when I was growing up, you would put on a costume of somebody like Chucky or Jason, or you would put on somebody that's evil, scary, right?
Right. And
you would act like them. So basically, what Halloween is trying to say is, we want you to not be you. We want to incorporate these evil spirits inside of you for this day and act like an evil person.
Right. But now it's to where you could be a princess, or you can be, something positive.
Yeah.
You can be anything.
Yeah.
But that's where the deception comes in.
That's what the deception is. Because you got to think of it like this. It's Satan's party, okay? It is Satan's party. Do you think he cares how you show up at his party? He just wants you to show up.
Yep.
Because he's in control of the party. And what is he there to do? He's there to kill, steal, and destroy you.
Right.
That's it. You just got to get there. It doesn't matter if you're a little girl, you go as a princess, or you go as a, whatever. It don't have to be a Jason or Friday 13th person, or, all the other.
It started off as being like raw, like this evil stuff.
But they like, hey, because he's a good deceiver. A lot of people don't understand how great Satan is. And the Bible tells us he's a great deceiver. But people don't really understand that, especially in this country. They don't understand how deep. Now I do, because God had to show me clearly who he was and how he do things. So I understand almost everything about Satan and what he does. I understand his language. I understand everything. And I wasn't looking to learn these things. It's just God wanted me to learn these things so I won't fall for the same traps that everybody else do. So, yeah, what people don't understand is that, yeah, you may get away with it for a year. You may get away with it for 2 years. You may get away with it for 3 years. But eventually, Satan's going to get you. Right. He's going to get you. You want to partake and you want to go to these parties, and you think it's okay to dress up. These evil spirits are going to come over and they're going to overtake you eventually. And Satan knows that. It's just you that don't know that. Right. They don't know that.
So basically you can curse yourself or your kids by participating in Halloween.
And not only that, people don't understand it don't have to be this super bad thing. Like some people, they'll go to these parties, right? But then they don't notice months down later, like all this bad stuff start happening, or a few bad things happen to them. Oh, they can't put the link together that it was because of what they did a few months ago.
Right.
Because that's how Satan deceives people. And they think like, oh, I got bad luck, or I got this, or I got that. No, okay. You got to look at what you did, what you've been doing. You see what I'm saying? Because what you've been doing 2 or 3 months, Satan is a great deceiver. It's just like I was saying, he knows if he does it right away, if you get cursed right away, it's going to be too obvious for you to put it together. But if you wait a few months or a few years and then it happens, you won't never be able to put the link together.
Very true. Yeah.
So that's what's really going on, and that's how come it's heavily promoted. Like, cause, I was going to say something, but it's a little bit too much because it's about my job and just how my job is preparing for, what I'm saying? I see what they're doing. They put up but all the businesses are doing it, They all prepared. They're getting these pumpkins out and, what I'm saying? And think about it. It's like people don't even understand, from the pumpkin's point of view. It's like pumpkin is just a pumpkin, but they take that pumpkin and they turn it evil. Is with everything that they do. God made the pumpkin. God made everything. You know what I'm saying? But they take it and then they make it their own thing, which is evil.
Right.
That's it. And they try to make it fun. They try to make it attractive. And that's why the whole, not scary farm thing. They want oh, come join. It's fun. It's you're going to have a blast and you're going to get. So let me get this straight. You're supposed to dress up as somebody else. Go to establishment, pay to get into that establishment, to get a treatment of what hell was going to be like. Right. That's what we doing as people. That's what we doing as people. That's what we doing. We're paying to go to Satan's parties to get a sample of what hell is going to be like, and it's really no fun at all. And I'm glad we're talking about this because I was sharing to my wife maybe about a week and a half ago about this dream I had, and I had a dream of I seen this one individual in hell, but I saw them. It was like they was on their way to hell, and the thing about it is, and I know who the person is. If we want to talk about that, that's up to you. But I what I'm saying, but. It's like God gave me this. It's like I was looking from. I remember just seeing this individual. They wasn't like it wasn't emotion. It was like it was a picture that I saw, and that person was like falling into the pit of hell. But the thing about it is, hell is so hot. That person's body or that soul was so disfigured. It was like it was a body, but. It's so that person's soul was so disfigured you couldn't tell if it was a male or a female. It was horrific, and I just got a glimpse of a second, and it was almost like me. I was like Jesus took me down there to just watch this one individual, and I got to see the person didn't even make it into the pit yet. They was on their way falling down if they'd have hit the ground, they would have been back. They would have hit their back first.
Right.
So yeah, it's horrible. Hell is a horrible place, and it's like, I don't think people understand Halloween is about preparing you for hell. That's what it's doing. It's preparing you, but it's not proper preparing you for hell, because it's like Satan is manipulating you to make sure you think hell is fun, and it's not.
Right.
Because he is a great deceiver, so he's gonna do the opposite. Instead of telling you that, hey, hell is a horrible place, he's gonna try to make it fun, like what they doing on Earth.
Right.
Oh, here's a bunch of candy. It's good. It's nothing but good times. Here's candy, and we show up and we dress up and we act like these other spirits instead of being us.
But not only that, it's preparation to make sure that you get there, because a lot of people
Exactly.
don't know that if they participate, them or their kids or whoever participates in Halloween, that you can't serve God, and like a lot of Christians, they have in the churches now where it's like a fun event on that day, and
Right.
the kids can come
Right.
and stuff like that. But a lot of parents don't know that just by participating in it, that's like a possibility that
Yeah.
you can't go to hell, because
Right.
the Bible says not to be lukewarm.
And again, with these pastors, I don't know if these pastors do they really know, like, do they know the history that it was actual holy day, or they just plain dumb. But either which way it goes, they're gonna have their, what I'm saying, you can't just pretend like you're a man of God and then act like, God. They know God is watching them. God knows what you know and what you don't know, and what you feeding to the people and what you're not feeding to the people, how you just taking advantage of people and stuff like that. So that's why I refuse to be a part of the Christianity, these days. If I was born maybe in, in a little after Jesus' time, probably would have been a Christian, because, the 12 disciples, the way they did it, I'm quite sure they're not even happy of what Christianity is going on today, because they was true followers of, Jesus Christ. They would never stand for what's going on right now, like in the churches. They wouldn't do it. And that I know for a fact. And that's how come I stand with them. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to join when I know they wouldn't join. You see what I'm saying? When they are against it. So, so Halloween it may seem, and it's advertised as, oh, it's no big deal. You just go and you just have fun. You take your kids, and it's a fun time. It's an experience with your kids. You could do a whole lot of stuff with your kids. Don't celebrate Halloween with your kids. That you don't do.
Right.
If anything, you should be educating them on where did it come from? The truth about it, because it didn't just pop up out of nowhere, and then we just celebrate this day like it's so important. The October 31st is so important that we gotta do all this and run all these sales, and you know what I'm saying, and make all these costumes and all of this stuff, right? Like, why is that? You gotta just think for yourself. Why is that so important to United States that they have to make that day a celebration day?
Right.
Just think. It don't make no sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but there's a whole plan behind it.
Yeah, it's a plan behind
it, and the church does need to do a better
job
job of letting people know what it is, because a lot of people are walking directly into
to
pits that they don't even know like what they're getting into. And I'm guilty. I celebrate it, but I didn't know any better, because again, it's not taught in the church.
It's different when you don't know.
Yeah.
It's different when you don't know. God to give you grace when He knows you don't know.
Right.
But when you know and you get educated and you find out the truth, now it's on you.
That's true. I'm so glad I know the truth.
And the thing about it is, the thing that I've realized by being in church, a lot of these people do know. They do know that it's like it's not of God. They just don't think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, ain't nothing bad. I'm protected by the Lord's grace. Yeah. That's what they think. But you keep going back and forth. You being what the Bible's called lukewarm. You can't do that. It tells you plain and simple in the word. You cannot do that. And God hates that. He'd rather for you to be hot or cold. That's exactly what it says.
You gotta pick a side.
You gotta pick a side.
Good versus evil. That's all it is.
And it's funny because I knew I mentioned that dream because I knew me and my wife already had discussed before I even had this. Yeah, before I even had that dream, we discussed that we was gonna talk about Halloween. And then I remember God giving me the dream after. I guess he knew I was gonna talk about Halloween, and then he gave me the dream about this certain individual who I know for a fact, okay? I know who it was. I knew who he was talking about. But that person, he showed me, I was watching that person like what I was gonna see. Like, was probably gonna come to truth. It's gonna come to, you know, in the second life. So
yeah,
please, like, and I'm telling you guys, like, I'm just pleading with you guys. If you guys can see, because I know God don't show everybody. He don't give everybody these type of dreams. He only gives certain people these dreams because he knows certain people listening. Certain people, if you're not gonna listen to him, why he gonna give you a dream about heaven or hell or anything? He knows you're not listening. He knows you're not gonna pay attention. So he's not gonna give it to you. But me, he showed me a lot of things. I've seen heaven. I've seen hell. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of things, even things on this earth that he's showing me, you know? So that's why I'm here trying to warn you guys, because I've known a lot of this stuff for years, and I just kind of kept it to myself or tell people who I feel or can handle the type of information, like my wife. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people who I talk to, or like if I'd have talked to them about it, like on my job or whatever, then they'll think I'm crazy, whatever, which I don't care. I don't care what people think. I stopped caring what people think about me a long time ago. I don't care. I know the truth, and I know what a lie is. So that's what I care about. I care about the truth. But
yeah, and it's just about putting the message out there.
That's it.
Because when Judgment Day comes, nobody's gonna be able to say, "Oh, I didn't know about the Lord. I didn't know. I didn't hear about Halloween. I didn't hear about this or that." When your time is up, nobody's gonna have an excuse.
Nobody. And if I could tell you guys and just warn you guys from just what I saw, I can't make these things up. I hope y'all understand. When you serve the Lord, I'm talking about when you really serve the Lord, you can't make nothing up. No, I cannot lie. If I lie about these things, I'm in jeopardy of going to hell myself. I want y'all to understand that. So everything that I say, it has to be the truth. I'm not about to risk myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to risk myself going to hell trying to tell a lie or try to create a narrative or like what most people are doing nowadays. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm here to just share you the truth, and it's up to you. I don't care what you do. You can believe me. You can reject what I'm saying. I don't care what you do. I'm responsible for my own soul. I'm responsible for my household, and that's all I care. That's all I can do. The closest people to me is all I care about, because that's all I can do. Every man is every woman for yourself.
I even tell our kids that, all we can do is teach you the right way.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
That's right.
They got a choice to make.
People don't understand God is the judge. We talked about judgment in the last, and that's why the Bible says, I was sharing to you, that's why the Bible talks about how God is he's gonna wipe their tears away in heaven, because he knows a lot of these people, kids, a lot of these people, the closest people to you, ain't gonna be in heaven with you. They're gonna go to hell, and nobody is thinking about this. Everybody just assumes when somebody dies, they're going to heaven. And it's like, bro, you look at their life. Their life didn't line up nothing with God, but you think they're gonna go to heaven? Like, they're not going, bro. Like, that's just what it is. You're not going.
Nobody wants to accept that reality, though.
Nobody wants to accept it, but that's what it is.
Because if everybody was going to go to heaven, then why is hell exist?
Exactly.
Why does it exist?
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to think about that.
Yep.
But we're not talking about heaven and hell.
We're not talking about hell, but I mean, we got hints. I made a video about a year ago, and I've known this for a while, but I made a video about, just about hell and how the sun is related directly. It's proof that hell exists. The sun is actually proof that hell exists. So, I mean, People not even paying attention to that. Like there's you know, there is like you people. No, there's nobody on earth who can tell you what the sun is. The sun is just this big. It's just we just know it's this big hot thing. You know what I'm saying? That's in the sky. But what is it? You can't study it. No, there's no way men can build anything to go up there to figure out what it is. There's nothing hot enough. I mean, nothing strong enough to be able to handle it. You see what I'm saying? Like, period. It's nothing that man can build to go up there to try to get anything to study. But they lie about it in science and try to tell us what it is. You know? But it's like people who really got common sense and people who really follow the Lord kind of know the truth. Like, come on, man. Like, you know, but that's just what I believe. That's just, I mean, it's up to you to believe what you want to believe. But my job is just to share what I know. That's it. And the rest is up to y'all. And I'm just here today to share with you guys, to just let you know that when you show up for Halloween, you're showing up to Satan's party. There's no way around that. And if you're showing up to his party, what do you think is going to happen? It's his party.
Why would God protect you?
Why
would he hear your prayers? Why?
You showing up at his party. Just think about that. It's a party that he made. He stole it in the first place and turned it into something else. And now you're going to show up for it. What do you think eventually is going to happen to you?
God's not going to be happy with you.
And if you think you can outsmart Satan, then you're a very foolish person. This is Satan is somebody who's been deceiving people for ages, okay? Ever since this earth has been here, he's been doing it. You think you're going to outsmart him? Okay.
Right.
Good luck to you, because you're going to need it.
Right.
Because God ain't with you, so therefore you're going to need luck.
And another thing I don't think people realize is when they go, like they tell their kids, oh, don't talk to strangers or don't take anything from strangers. But yeah, you take your kids to go get candy
from strangers.
And
people don't even see the setup with that. They don't even see, like, you're supposed to go and knock on the door. Like, you wouldn't normally do that. You wouldn't normally go take your kids and go knock on people's doors. Hey, can I have some candy? Why would you trust your... What if your neighbor's a racist? What if he's a racist? What you know what I'm saying? Like, you black and you just going to these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. People don't even see, like, it's so crazy, and it's
not like just that. A lot of people you go to, you don't know if they're a witch. You don't know what they practice in their home, and if you're not protected by God, and you come within rights of their, you come within,
I'm gonna tell them a true story that happened a long time ago. This happened a long time ago. This is when I was staying with my cousins. Remember in the other video or the other podcast, I was talking about staying with my cousins. Well, I think this was around that time. But anyway, they celebrated Halloween one year. And I remember they went out. My mom, she didn't let us go. Thank God she didn't. I don't think she, as far as I can remember, I don't think she let us go with them. But they went out my cousins, they went around and they went trick-or-treating and stuff. To get candy. And one of my cousins, he bit into a candy and it had like a safety pin in it.
Oh, I remember you telling me.
And it got stuck in his gums. He had to go. Yeah, he was all messed up. They had to take him to the hospital and everything. And this is a true story. And I think they had to operate on him to get him out. His mouth was all messed. They never went trick or treating again after that. Nobody ever went in their family. Didn't do it no more. That's a true story. I'm not making it up.
That's crazy.
And so that was kind of like, for me, that was enough for me alone. Like, oh my God.
I remember you telling me that.
And I remember.
Forgot about that.
Right. And after that, like, I know my mom, she just bought us candy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I tell the kids. We could just buy candy.
Yeah,
you just dress up to go get
candy.
Exactly. What's the point of that?
Exactly. You could just buy your own candy, like you do every day or any other day. Why would you go and dress up just to be a part of what everybody else is doing?
Right. And again, a lot of people don't know, and this is why we're talking about the truth of Halloween, because again, I've participated in the past with, you know, my kids and didn't know any better, but now that I know the truth, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
It is crazy.
And now that I
It's
can clearly see, I just want to share the truth. We want to share the truth about Halloween and about participating and how you can curse yourself, you can curse your kids, and possibly end up going to hell.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not that serious.
It's not.
It's not that serious.
I think people just need to research more. If they look into things more, and,
right?
You know, because I mean, a lot of the information is out there. It's just people just rather just go along with what everybody else is doing.
Instead of being a follower, and just open your mind and see, like, okay, well, if Halloween was truly good, why is evil even incorporated into it? If it's so good, you don't have to incorporate anything bad or evil into something that's already good.
That's right.
That's a hint, something that you should dissect by itself right there. Definitely. And that will give you your answer, like, oh yeah, why, you know?
Definitely. Yeah.
Why you gotta be scared? And you shouldn't be scared of anything. A monster, devil shouldn't scare you. You shouldn't be scared by that. That's stupid. You paying your money to get scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Or spending your time to get scared.
It's so stupid. It's like,
it's crazy.
And I remember going to Not Scary Forum once. I went once. And I was just like, man, this is stupid. I just went because I think some like friends and stuff, and I think it was an ex-girlfriend I was with at the time. She wanted to go, so I ended up going. I was a teenager at the time. I think I was like 16, 17. So we went, and but it, you know, everything is all dark and demonic, and I'm just like, I ain't letting nothing scare. And I remember it was certain, like, you know, characters there trying to scare me. I'm like, man, get out of here. No, I know.
Right.
Like, dude, come on, dude. I'm from the hood. Like, I'm not scared of nothing. I've seen people shoot. I've been in some crazy stuff, and I'm supposed to be scared of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like when you God break it down to you like that. Like, you wasn't even scared when you was out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you was in the hood, what I look like being scared on Halloween? Come on, man. It's stupid. It's real stupid. So it's like, for me, it really, especially if you raised in the hood, it really don't make no sense. No hood people should be celebrating Halloween. Seriously. We got way more scarier stuff going on in the hood than Halloween. Let's just keep it real. We really do.
But that's where it comes to, like, you have to be open-minded, really be a free thinker and think for yourself.
Yeah,
if you think you'll be able to see these things, like, you know, instead of following. People are too busy following instead of taking the time to really think, stop and think for yourself. Man.
Right.
Really stop and think.
Please do. It's for your own good. Like, because when you really break it down to, like, the things we're saying, you're gonna clearly see, like, man, that's just doesn't make any sense. You know, like, why would I do this? You know, it just doesn't make any sense.
The truth is the truth. This is not our truth. This is the truth. There's only one truth.
I don't even believe in that. Oh, this is my truth. When people say that, I'll be like, oh, I know you're lying now. You say, you know, no, this is my truth. I hear people say that, and I'm like, okay. I'm just supposed to believe whatever you say when you say that.
Because there's only one truth, and the truth is the truth for everybody. There's not different truths for different people.
Exactly.
You know, that's not how it goes.
God knows both sides of the story anyway, so
there's good and there's evil. You gotta pick a side. Pick Satan, pick God.
You're gonna get Satan results if you pick Satan. I just really hope y'all understand. And we probably have to do a video on Satan, because there's a lot. Just how deep it is. It's like, it's so deep. I mean, I'm telling y'all, it's deep. I'm telling you, if I break it down, or if I do a video and break it down, it probably would scare. I know it would scare this whole population. If I'd to break everything down to where God showed me, like, it's bad. It's really bad. But
I mean, you should never be scared of Satan, but you should be scared of what Satan can get you into.
Yeah.
Because what he can get you into, you may not be able to get out of.
What you should be scared of, you should be scared of not having Jesus on your side.
Right.
Because Jesus is your answer. He's the only answer. He's your only way out. He's your only way away from Satan. There is nothing else. There's no spells you can cast. I don't care what you know. You can try to dive deep into the demonic side. You can try to dive into all this new age crap that they got out there. I'm telling you, none of that stuff works. There's only one thing that works. And Jesus. It's the only thing that scares that scares Satan away. That's it.
Yep.
So is there any other things?
No, I think we got all the most important points
Right.
on the truth about Halloween.
Yep.
So if you don't have anything else, I guess we'll go ahead and end for today.
Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I mean that's the most important thing. I just want to share to everybody is just think. Please think for yourself. We've been saying it on these podcasts, and just please understand that you have a soul. And just like I've been saying this for years, but I have a lot of my own sayings only because I got them from God. But it's just like he shared to me one day. You know, one day you woke up here. You just woke up here on earth, right? And you were just here. Okay, you just here. Same way that you just woke up one day and you realize who you are. Because nobody gets to pick their race. Nobody gets to pick their family. Nobody gets to pick none of that stuff. You just wake up one day and you here, and you have to do your best to make it in this world. But just like you wake up here, you're gonna leave this body and you're gonna wake up somewhere else. And when you wake up, you either in the second life, you're gonna wake up to something good or you're gonna wake up to something horrible. The choice is yours. That's what I want to leave you guys with today. Because I know that a lot of people don't have this information. You're not gonna hear this coming from too many people, because too many people don't really have a relationship with Christ. They really don't have a relationship with God. They really don't. There's nowhere else to get this type of information other than somebody who really serves you. So we have a lot of fakers these days, a whole lot of them. So
yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, peace.